You're watching another episode of Kelley's Outdoor Adventures, the RV Drifters. This is episode number 85. Time for a little bit of truck and RV maintenance on Willy and Nilly. We have to do something about the water.
I think we fixed it.
Well, that's $19 every week.
I know. Oh, maybe I can get them cheaper on Amazon.
Water was so hard here that we've been putting a double filter system on it, and every week I take the one on the top off and throw it away, move the one up and put a new one on the bottom. And we definitely need to give Willy or Nilly a bath. She's been sitting here underneath these trees, and there hasn't been any way to get a lot of water to her to give her a bath, nor do I want to do an outright wash right here because the water would flow down to the neighbor, and that wouldn't be right. But our decals at the top are in bad shape. Not the decal themselves, just they're very dirty, and I need to get all this scrubbed off. So we get Willy and Nilly back home. We will I think it's one of the first things I'm going to do when we get her back home is give them both good baths, both the truck and the camper. But we'll focus on it and get a nice coat of wax on them and take care of that. But that's not the service that we're doing now. We're going to be looking at the anode rods for the hot water tank. We're going to be looking at the air conditioner, I don't know, vents, or I don't know what you call those, radiator, just to clean those out that are up on top. We're going to revisit the caulking that we did around the skylights, and yeah, we'll see what else we find out when we get up there. That's it. So I know you saw a video on us changing the anode rod on our Suburban 6-gallon hot water tank. They recommend changing those out, I don't know, usually about once a year. But we stayed at a campground where the water was so hard, and I do mean so hard, that it was leaving red marks in our shower. And we just decided that it was time to rotate and put a new anode rod in. The anode rod, I don't think will be too bad because it's only 4 months old, but we'll take a quick look at it and pop this out and put a new one in. So I'm just curious if anybody knows this little area right in here that was completely eaten down all the way. Do you know, does that render the whole rest of the rod no good? I went ahead and changed it out and put a new one in, but does this right here make the whole thing no good? And maybe if somebody from Suburban Hot Water Tanks sees this and could tell me, I'd be interested to know. Oh. We'll put this back up here. So I'm doing my every 2 to 3 weeks of spray. We've been at a campground for a little longer than normal, and just noticed there's a lot of ants and little insects and things. So I'm doing my annual spray, or my, like say, every couple of weeks, and we just spray all around the base, just to make sure that we try to keep the ants and the ability of getting as much of those things out. Keep them out of the camper as we can. You see all the crap in there. We need to take our time and clean that out. I don't know if you spray that with Clorox bleach or maybe a Clorox bleach water mix to kind of keep it clean. I see zero mold in here at all, but I don't know.
It really didn't look that bad, but I cleaned it anyway.
I'll tell you what, I don't know that I'm going to do this one. There's no real reason to. They look like they're pretty clean. I did the front bedroom one and it really didn't need it, but I cleaned it anyway for the heck of it. There's really no reason to take the tops off of these, so we're going to let these go. This is kind of a, would be 18th. This would be about a 30-month ownership review. 28-month ownership review. Had the camper for 28 months, and so far it's looked pretty good. Now, we did clean these once before, a year ago, but right now they look pretty good. So that's it.
And a quick look at the sealer that I applied around the skylight, and it looked to be okay. On my way down, I found a tree frog on the roof. Kind of makes you wonder.
One has to ask itself, how did that little guy get up here on the roof? I don't get it.
And since I was in the maintenance mode, I decided that Willie needed a little love and needed 4 new tires as well. So the first set of tires lasted about 62,000 miles. I thought that was pretty good. But I wanted to do upgrade, and I got some new Continental tires that look pretty good and I think will perform excellent. And I will say I wasn't necessarily all that happy with the service at Tire Discounters in Marysville, Ohio. What should have been about a 1 hour service ended up being about 3.5 hours, and their waiting room wasn't the greatest. Not so happy, but anyway, we got through it and got back to the campground. And I do want to debut our new campground sign. It was designed by KR Designs, Terry and Mike King's company. And I want to say they did an awesome job. It turned out great. And looking at their Facebook page, I saw they also do some other logos for some other YouTubers.
Everything is not enough. Really out by the ocean, and all those white hot sands, where every sunrise is just for you. So come along and take my hand.
Thanks for watching. Cheers, everybody.